Hi there. Today is Advent Reflections Day 6. Today I'm going to read from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 1. Now the birth of Jesus Christ took place in this way. When his mother Mary had been engaged to Joseph, before they came together, she was found to be with child from the Holy Spirit. And her husband Joseph, being a just man and unwilling to put her to shame, resolved to divorce her quietly. But as he considered these things, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, and told him, Joseph, son of David, do not fear to take Mary as your wife. For what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son. You will call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. All of this took place to fulfill what the Lord had spoken through the prophet. Behold, a virgin will conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke from sleep, he did as the angel of the Lord commanded him. He took his wife, but did not know her until she had given birth to a son, and he called his name Jesus. After this short section in the Gospel of Matthew, Joseph fades into the background, not really to reappear in the story at all in any significant way. Yet, even though Joseph isn't mentioned in any significant way in the story, you can't but help imagine the significant role he did play in the unfolding of these events. When Jesus is born, they need to flee, they need to leave and go to Egypt. Who takes Mary and the newborn Jesus to Egypt? Joseph. Who brings them back? Joseph. When they get home and settle into their hometown, who raises Jesus? Joseph. Joseph isn't mentioned much, yet his role is significant in the story of Jesus' birth and in Jesus' life. It makes me think that often we don't think we're that significant either. Sometimes we think that the world is passing us by. We're not a big part in the story of anything. I don't think that means that we're not significant. If we listen to the story of Jesus' birth and the role that Joseph plays, he doesn't get a lot of press. Yet much of what happens because of his presence. God works through him just the same. And especially God works through him just the same to bring about his salvation in Jesus. God uses us. Even the stories and the parts of our lives that don't get much press are not overlooked by God. In fact, sometimes they are just as important in moving God's goodness forward in this world. Be assured today, as we reflect on Advent and we reflect on the coming of Christ into this world, that sometimes the silent actors in the story of God play a huge role. And it's okay if you don't get a lot of press time or you don't feel like you're that noticed. Doesn't mean you're not used by God for good things. Remember that today, and as we continue on remembering Advent, we'll see you tomorrow.